You are a sovereign, yet daily you kneel before trifles. The trivial, those insignificant gnats of thought and action, buzz incessantly, demanding your attention. Each moment you surrender to their whispers is a moment stolen from the grand symphony of your potential. Do you not feel it? That subtle drain, that quiet erosion of your spirit, as you attend to the petty dramas, the meaningless distractions, the fleeting annoyances that demand tribute from your time, your energy, your very essence? The trivial is not harmless, it is insidious. It does not strike boldly, but nibbles away, eroding your will, diluting your focus, fragmenting your strength until you are left a shadow of the colossus you were meant to be. Greatness is not born in the mire of minutiae. It emerges when one dares to look beyond the petty squabbles of the world, when one tears their gaze from the small and fixes it upon the horizon. Yet, the path is perilous. The trivial will not surrender its hold so easily. It will disguise itself as necessity, as duty, even as virtue. But you must see it for what it is, a thief in the night, robbing you of your energy, your ambition, your destiny. Rise above it. Do not stoop to the level of the mundane. Seek instead the profound, the extraordinary, the eternal. Turn your gaze toward the stars and let their light guide you. For every moment spent on the insignificant is a betrayal of the magnificent. And you, my friend, are meant for magnificence. Stand tall, unyielding, and let the trivial crumble beneath your indifference. Only then will you discover the power that is your birthright, the art of letting go. Your life is a temple, yet you have allowed it to become a storeroom, cluttered with excess, weighed down by debris, objects, thoughts, emotions. You suffocate beneath the weight of what no longer serves you. Chaos reigns where clarity could flourish, and you wonder why your energy falters. How could it not, when every corner of your existence is burdened by the unnecessary? Release it. Let the superfluous fall away like dead leaves from a tree in autumn. Your soul does not need the ornaments of past triumphs, nor the relics of old wounds. These things are anchors, not treasures. They tether you to mediocrity, to stagnation, to a life half-lived. Every object you cling to without purpose, every thought you replay without resolution, every grudge you nurture in your heart, all of it feeds the chaos, and chaos devours energy. To live fully, you must strip away the excess, not as an act of destruction, but as one of creation. For only in empty spaces can new life take root. Do you fear the void? Do you dread the silence that follows when the clutter is gone? Embrace it. The void is not your enemy, it is your canvas. In its vast, unbroken expanse lies the potential for something greater, something truer. You cannot fill your life with meaning while it is crammed with noise. Be ruthless in this act of liberation. Sweep the halls of your mind, purge the chambers of your heart, and make your home a sanctuary, not a prison. In the absence of the unnecessary, you will discover a wellspring of strength, clarity, and purpose. To let go is not to lose, but to ascend. In shedding the weight of the trivial, you rise to meet the extraordinary. And you, my friend, were never meant to crawl beneath the rubble of too much. You are meant to soar. The shadows that feast on your light. Not all smiles are kind. Not all hands stretched toward you carry warmth. Beware the shadows that walk beside you, masquerading as companions, while their hearts beat with quiet glee at the sight of your faltering steps. Such people, parasites of the soul, thrive not on their own strength, but on the dimming of yours. They do not seek to destroy you outright. That would require courage they do not possess. Instead, they wear you down with subtlety. A dismissive word here, a doubting glance there. They sow seeds of insecurity and water them with feigned concern, all the while delighting in your hesitation, your despair, your retreat from greatness. Their joy is not in their own ascension, but in your decline. Flee from them. Do not hesitate, do not linger, for every moment spent in their presence is a theft of your vitality, your ambition, your fire. These are not mere individuals. They are voids, hungry for the light you carry. They will drain you to feed their emptiness and leave you hollow, a shell of the person you were meant to be. Surround yourself instead with those who ignite your spirit, who challenge you to rise higher, who see in you the potential for greatness and demand you claim it. True allies do not fear your strength, they revel in it. They do not envy your light, they bask in its glow and reflect it back to you tenfold. In the grand battle of life, the company you keep determines the weight of your sword, the sharpness of your mind, the resilience of your heart. Choose wisely. Let the toxic wither in their own shadows while you stride boldly into the light. You are not meant to be dimmed, diminished, devoured. You are meant to blaze, brilliant, unyielding, unstoppable. Only in the company of those who celebrate your fire will you truly burn bright. The conquest of dawn. The world is yours at dawn. Before the chaos awakens, before the noise of existence begins its relentless march, the morning belongs to those who dare to claim it. To rise before the sun is to stand on the edge of creation itself, peering into the infinite possibilities of a day unspoiled by the weight of routine and obligation. In those quiet hours, when the earth still slumbers, your mind is unchained, unburdened by the distractions that will inevitably come. It is here, in this sacred stillness, that you can find yourself, your raw, unfiltered essence, unshaped by the demands of others. The morning is a battlefield, and every moment spent in its embrace is a victory over lethargy, over mediocrity, over the pull of stagnation. The sun rises for you, not against you. It is not a foe to be feared, but an ally to be greeted. To rise before it is to declare, I am the master of this day, not its servant. Those who sleep while the dawn unfolds miss the rarest gift, a moment of unclaimed time, a treasure that can never be retrieved once lost. But let us speak of power. True power is not found in conquest over others, but in mastery of oneself. And what greater mastery is there than to wake with purpose while the world dreams idly? To mold the first light of day into a furnace where your ambitions are forged, where your mind sharpens, and your soul strengthens. Do not linger in the warm embrace of your bed, that soft prison of wasted potential. The morning calls to you, not with words, but with the promise of transformation. Step into its light, and feel the energy of the universe fill you, coursing through your veins, igniting your spirit. The day will challenge you, yes. The world will throw its weight upon you, as it always does. But if you have claimed the morning, you have already won. You are no longer the hunted, but the hunter. You are no longer a servant to time, but its master. Rise before the sun, and the day will bow to your will. Let the world sleep. You, my friend, were born to awaken. The path that devours. To chase another's dream is to walk a path that will never lead you home. It is a betrayal of the self, a silent erosion of your spirit. For every step you take toward a goal that is not yours is a step away from who you were meant to become. You exhaust yourself not because the journey is too arduous, but because it is hollow. The weight you carry is not your ambition, but the burden of living someone else's truth. How could you not falter? How could your strength not waver when the fire that drives you is not your own? The road of another is paved with their desires, their fears, their triumphs, not yours. Yet the world seduces you into this pursuit. It whispers that their glory can be yours if only you follow their footsteps. It promises you fulfillment, recognition, power, lies, all of it. For even if you reach the heights they have scaled, you will find yourself empty, a conqueror of someone else's mountain. What triumph is there in that? Do you feel the ache in your chest, the quiet yearning that grows louder with every passing day? That is your soul calling you back, urging you to turn away from the borrowed dreams that drain you. Your path waits for you, not in the shadows of others, but in the light of your own desires. To walk your path is not easy. It will not be marked by the approval of the masses or the safety of well-trodden ground. It will demand courage, for it is untamed, wild, and yours alone to discover. But it is only there, in the wilderness of your own purpose, that you will find the strength that no one can take from you. Do not fear the solitude of forging your own way. Fear instead the emptiness of a life spent in service to dreams that were never yours. Turn away from the road that devours and step onto the one that sets your soul ablaze. The path is waiting. All you must do is begin. The sculptor and the stone. Your body is not merely a vessel. It is the raw material of your triumph. the marble from which greatness is carved. But left untouched, it becomes a block of wasted potential, dull and formless. To work with your body is to become the sculptor of your destiny, shaping yourself with deliberate strokes, chiseling away the weakness, and revealing the masterpiece hidden within. Discipline is your chisel, and effort is your hammer. Each repetition, each bead of sweat, each surge of exertion is a strike against mediocrity. Do you feel the pain as you work? That is the resistance of stone yielding to the will of the artist. Without it, there is no transformation, no strength, no beauty. To move your body each day is not merely an act of health, it is a declaration of power. It is a ritual of self-command, a reminder that you are not a passive spectator in life, but an active creator. Through discipline, you do not simply strengthen your muscles, you fortify your will. You teach yourself that nothing worth having comes without effort, and that the greatest victories are won over yourself. There is no perfection to be found in idleness. The body neglected decays, not because it is weak, but because it was meant to be used. It craves movement, challenge, and purpose. To deny it, this is to deny yourself the energy, focus, and vitality that come only to those who engage with the physical form as an extension of their will. See yourself, not as you are, but as you could be. Imagine the power that lies dormant, waiting for you to awaken it. Every day you train, you chip away at the stone, bringing the image of your strength closer to reality. This is not vanity, this is mastery. Do not wait for inspiration or motivation. Begin now, while the stone is still unbroken, while the potential remains. For every moment spent in hesitation is a moment lost to the decay of the unshaped. Take the tools in hand and create the body and the life that you alone are destined to sculpt. The chains of yesterday. The past is a ghost, a shadow that clings to your soul not because it has power, but because you allow it to linger. Every regret, every wound, every moment you replay in your mind is a thief dressed as memory. It steals from the present, devours your strength, and leaves you weakened, tethered to a world that no longer exists. What is the past but a story you tell yourself? A tapestry of moments stitched together by your perception, warped by time, colored by emotion. It is not reality, but a pale reflection of it, distorted and incomplete. And yet, how often do you let this illusion dictate your life, your choices, your energy? You cannot change it. No force in the universe can bend the course of what has already been. Yet, you spend your days wrestling with it, as though the battle might yield some victory. But there is no triumph to be found in the arms of the past, only exhaustion, only the slow erosion of your spirit. Liberation begins when you see the past for what it is, a lesson, not a prison. Its purpose is not to bind you, but to teach you, to sharpen your wisdom, to fuel your ascent. The scars it leaves are not marks of shame but of survival. They are proof that you endured, that you rose again, that you are still here, standing. Let go. Not with anger, not with despair, but with the quiet strength of someone who knows their worth. The weight of regret is a choice, not a fate. You do not need to carry it. Release it, and feel your soul lighten, your energy return, your vision clear. The future awaits, vast and uncharted. Do not let the chains of yesterday hold you back from stepping into its promise. You are not the person you were, you are the person you are becoming. And that person deserves all the strength, all the focus, and all the freedom that the present moment can offer. Look forward, not back. For only in the now can you build the life you were meant to live. The wisdom of choosing your battles. Not all wars are worthy of your sword. To waste your strength on trivial battles is to squander the essence of who you are, leaving nothing for the struggles that truly define your life. The world is full of provocations, distractions dressed as challenges, and petty conflicts that beckon you to engage. But to fight them all is to drown in an ocean of insignificance. Your energy is not infinite. It is sacred, a flame that must be tended with care. Each battle you choose to fight takes a piece of you, your time, your focus, your spirit. To fight without discernment is to bleed yourself dry for causes that neither uplift nor transform you. It is to wear the armor of a warrior while living the life of a fool. Step back from the chaos and see the battlefield for what it truly is, a vast expanse littered with traps for the unwary. The loudest conflicts, the ones that demand your attention, are often the most hollow. Their purpose is not to test your strength, but to drain it. The enemy is not always an opponent. Sometimes, it is the seduction of unworthy struggle. True power lies in restraint. To walk away from a meaningless fight is not weakness but mastery. It is the mark of someone who understands that their energy is a currency too valuable to be spent on the trivial. The wise warrior does not rush into every skirmish. They choose their battles with precision, reserving their strength for the wars that shape their destiny. When you fight for what matters, your strength multiplies. A battle worth fighting feeds your spirit, sharpens your mind, and solidifies your purpose. It is in these moments that you rise, not just as a victor, but as someone transformed by the struggle. These are the battles that define you, that carve your name into the annals of your own life. Leave the small fights to those who have yet to understand their worth. You are not here to prove yourself in every skirmish, but to triumph in the wars that matter. Focus your strength, channel your energy, and let the trivial fade into the background. You are not made for noise. You are made for greatness. The call of your own flesh. The world tells you to push, to grind, to keep going, even when your bones ache and your spirit is drained. It screams at you from every corner, more, faster, harder, as if relentless motion is the only path to worth. But listen closely, for your body speaks in whispers that the noise of the world cannot drown. It is not weakness to rest, it is wisdom. Your flesh is not a machine to be overworked, but a sacred instrument, finely tuned to the rhythms of life. It knows its limits, its needs, its desires. And when it calls for rest, when it begs for silence, it is not a plea to be ignored, it is a command. To ignore it is to betray the very source of your power, the foundation of your strength. The world will always demand more from you. It will always push you to exhaust yourself in the name of progress, success, and productivity. But what is success if it comes at the cost of your essence? What is progress if it leads you to burn out, to lose the very spark that made you seek greatness in the first place? Rest is not a luxury. It is an act of self-preservation. It is the moment you reclaim your energy, the time you give yourself to restore, to replenish, to reconnect with your true force. Without it, you are like a blade dulled by constant use. Eventually, you will break, and all the work you did will be for nothing. Do not let the demands of the outside world drown out the wisdom of your own body. The world's clock is not your own. The pace it sets will only lead to exhaustion and disillusionment. Your body, however, knows the rhythm of your soul. When it says rest, heed it, not as a sign of weakness, but as a declaration of strength. In rest, you will find your power. In stillness, you will hear the voice of your deepest purpose. You are not a slave to the demands of society. You are the master of your own energy, your own well-being. And true mastery begins when you listen to the call of your flesh, not the cacophony of the world around you. The illusion of control. Control is a mirage, a seductive lie that promises safety, but delivers only exhaustion. You cannot grasp the wind in your hands, nor can you bend the vastness of life to the shape of your will. And yet, how many of you exhaust yourselves in this futile pursuit, trying to command every aspect of existence, as though your grip on it could hold back the chaos? This need for control is not a strength. It is a silent thief that drains your soul. The more you try to dominate, the more energy slips through your fingers, like water through the cracks of a dam. Control is a hole in your spirit, an endless void that consumes whatever you feed it, your time, your focus, your peace. Why fight to tame what was never meant to be tamed? Life is a wild, unpredictable force, and no amount of control can change its nature. In fact, the more you try to control, the less you truly possess. You become a prisoner of your own obsession, shackled by the belief that if you hold everything tightly, you will find security. But this security is an illusion, and the cost of it is your vitality. True strength lies not in domination, but in surrender. It lies in the wisdom to know what to let go of, what to leave to the flow of life. You must become a master of adaptability, not a slave to rigidity. In releasing the need to control, you open yourself to the power of what is beyond your influence. You allow space for the unpredictable, for the magic that thrives in chaos. The energy you spend trying to control everything is the energy you could be using to create, to grow, to evolve. Let go. Stop trying to grasp at every fleeting moment, every fleeting outcome. Trust that the world will unfold as it must, and that your power lies in how you respond, not in how you dictate. Control is a drain. Freedom is a wellspring. Choose wisely where you invest your energy. The weight of words. Words are not mere sounds. They are the currency of the soul. Every word you speak is an exchange, an offering of your energy into the world. Yet, how often do you squander this precious resource on empty chatter, meaningless exchanges that drain your vitality without adding value to your life? The mind craves significance. It thrives on depth, on substance. To engage in frivolous conversation is to rob yourself of that depth, to dilute your essence into something shallow and fleeting. The more you indulge in trivial talk, the more you surrender your strength to the void. It is as if you are pouring your spirit into a well that will never return the favor. You are not born to fill the silence with noise. You are born to speak with power, to shape the world with your words. Every word that escapes your lips should carry weight, should reverberate with purpose. The language of the empty, the repetitive, the inconsequential, is a language of weakness, a language that depletes rather than enriches. Be mindful of your speech. To speak only when necessary is not silence, but liberation. It is a declaration that your words are valuable, that they are an extension of your will, not a tool for idle distraction. The world may urge you to fill every moment with conversation, to keep the noise constant, but true strength lies in restraint. Those who master their words master themselves. They know that every utterance should be deliberate, that every sentence must carry the weight of intention. To speak without purpose is to waste your energy. To speak with purpose is to command the world to listen. Empty talk is a drain. Silence, when chosen, is a wellspring of power. Speak only what matters, and you will find that your words will carry the weight of the world. The power of belief in the face of defeat. In the darkness of defeat, when the weight of failure presses against you, there is a temptation to surrender, to doubt, to question your worth, to shrink beneath the crushing force of your own insecurity. But know this, every moment you give in to doubt, you relinquish a piece of your strength, like a warrior handing over their sword to the enemy. To doubt yourself is to betray your own potential. In that fleeting moment of uncertainty, you're not simply questioning your actions. You're questioning your very essence, the power that resides within you. And in doing so, you weaken the foundation upon which your greatness is built. The world will test you. Life will strike you down again and again, as if to say, you are not enough. But in those moments, when the world seems to mock your every step, remember, you are not defined by your falls, but by your rise. Your strength is not measured by how hard you hit the ground, but by how fiercely you stand back up. Do not give your power away to the illusion of failure. Every time you question yourself, you hand over control to the doubts, to the fear, to the negativity that seeks to consume you. But if you hold fast to your belief, even in your lowest moments, you claim your power back. Belief in yourself is not a luxury, it is a necessity. It is the fire that fuels your return from the ashes. When you fall, rise. When you doubt, believe. For in your belief lies the source of your strength. The world will try to convince you that failure is final, that your flaws define you. But remember, your power lies not in perfection, but in resilience. When you trust in yourself, you become unstoppable. Even in the depths of despair, you can find the spark to reignite your journey. Do not let the world take from you what you were born to possess. Keep your belief, keep your strength, and rise again. The beauty of simplicity. In a world drowned in complexity, in a time where more is always demanded, there is a quiet, subversive power in simplicity. The modern mind, conditioned to chase after the grand and the extravagant, has forgotten the profound beauty that lies in the simplest of things. But those who are wise see what others miss, the elegance in the ordinary, the grace in the mundane. There is a richness in simplicity that defies the noise of the world. When you stop to notice the curve of a leaf, the rhythm of a heartbeat, the soft play of light on a quiet afternoon, you tap into a well of energy that the world's distractions cannot touch. These moments are not fleeting, they are eternal. They carry a depth that no amount of material wealth or status can offer. The pursuit of complexity, the hunger for excess, leaves you empty. It is a cruel illusion, a trap that promises fulfillment but leaves you hollow. The more you strive for the grandiose, the more you push away the true essence of life. It is only in the simplicity of existence that you find what you truly seek: peace, joy, and a profound connection to the world around you. To find beauty in the simple is to find life itself. It is a rebellion against the noise, a refusal to be swept away by the frenzy of modern living. When you embrace the small, the unadorned, you touch something deeper than the surface, a truth that remains constant, no matter how much the world changes. Simplicity does not drain, it nourishes. It fills you with an energy that cannot be found in the chaos of excess. In simplicity, you are reminded of what truly matters, of the richness that exists in every breath, every step, every moment. The world may try to convince you that beauty lies in grandiosity, but those who have eyes to see know that the most profound beauty is often the most humble. Find it in the quiet moments, in the stillness, in the simplicity of your life. There you will find the strength to go on, the energy to rise, and the clarity to see your path. The power of passion over duty. You have been told, for as long as you can remember, that duty is the path to fulfillment, that the obligations of life, the responsibilities you bear, are the essence of your strength, your purpose. But duty, like a weight, pulls at your soul, draining you of the energy you could have used to live, to create, to be. There is a lie in the notion of duty. It whispers that by fulfilling what you should, you will find meaning. But all it gives you is exhaustion, the hollow satisfaction of duty completed, and the crushing weight of another task added to the pile. The more you follow what you should, the further you stray from the fire within you, the passion that is the true source of your strength. Passion, on the other hand, is the lifeblood of your being. It is what fills you with energy, what keeps you rising when the world demands you fall. Passion is not an obligation. It is a force that compels you to move forward, to grow, to create. It is the call of your deepest self, the spark that ignites your spirit and sets your world ablaze. When you follow passion, you do not tire, you do not falter. You are propelled forward by the very thing that makes you feel alive, that makes you feel whole. It is not a weight, but a wind at your back, pushing you toward your greatness. To follow duty is to live in chains. To follow passion is to break free. It is to give yourself the power to choose, to create your own path, to live authentically. Ask yourself, when was the last time you felt truly alive? Was it when you completed a task out of obligation, or when you followed the call of your heart? In that moment of passion, you are not bound by the expectations of the world. You are liberated by your own desire. Let go of what you should do. Embrace what you must do, the things that stir your soul, that make you feel infinite. And in that pursuit, you will find not only your strength, but your true purpose. The cost of living for others. To live for others is to sacrifice the very essence of who you are. You mold yourself into a shape that pleases them, a form they can understand and accept, while the true you, your soul, your power, your potential, slowly fades into the shadows. This is not life. This is submission. You are no longer the master of your existence, but a puppet, controlled by the strings of their expectations. The world will tell you to fit in, to meet their standards, to be what they desire you to be. But as you strive to conform, you lose yourself. You drain your energy in the pursuit of approval, forgetting that it is the approval of your own soul that matters most. You are not here to fulfill the dreams of others, nor to live up to their ideals. You are here to live your truth, to honor the power that lies within you. Every time you bend to the will of others, you give away a piece of your strength. You trade the vibrant pulse of your authenticity for the hollow comfort of acceptance. But this is not true power. It is a fleeting illusion. The cost is high, and the return is empty. To live in harmony with yourself is to break free from the tyranny of external expectations. It is to stand firm in your own truth, to honor the fire within you, even when the world tells you to snuff it out. The energy you once gave away in the name of others' desires is now yours to command. With each step you take towards your own path, you reclaim what was always yours. Do not waste your life chasing someone else's vision of who you should be. The true strength lies in being exactly who you are, without apology, without compromise. When you align yourself with your own truth, you tap into an endless well of power, a force that no external pressure can ever diminish. Live for yourself. For in that, you will find more than acceptance. You will find freedom. And in freedom, you will find strength beyond measure. As we close this chapter, remember, your energy is your most precious resource. Protect it, nurture it, and let it flow from within you, unshackled by external forces. Live with purpose, with passion, and with the unwavering belief in yourself. May you find strength in your true path, and may your journey be one of relentless power and unshakable freedom. The world is waiting for you to rise.